Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to SHM Cardboard Kings. Insert witty motto. So we've got ourselves a mail day, a mail call. Maybe a less than normal mail call today, seeing as this is the only cards that have shown up. Pretty much since Card Trader wanted $40 for my next shipment to pay for the shipping. I'm loading that bad boy up, like hundreds of dollars worth of singles. So my normal singles haven't been coming through as much. Yeah, I know I had a couple more orders coming, but the long weekend with the postal service off has really thrown a wrench into a lot of things. So we don't have a whole lot of cards to go over. I also don't have any comics to go over. I thought that was supposed to be in this week too. So next week we should have at least some more stuff, maybe about the same, but also comics. But I did order some other pretty interesting things that I want to go over. I've got them stashed over here, hidden away, as well as kind of a little section I want to go over on counterfeit cards. Though I think we'll probably go even more in depth on that on Friday. And I think the only other, word is Thursday's gonna be moved back probably a half hour. I forgot I work at Thursday nights, so, or not every Thursday, but one Thursday night a month I forgot I work. So I'll just be hopping on as soon as work is over for an opening. Now, what are we opening? Well, I have some teasers in the thumbnail, but I've got a case of Rosetta on the way, coming down from, I think, Maine. From New York. I've got a case of Arthurian Legends from Sorcery coming in through Arthurian Legends from Sorcery Contested Realm. I think that's coming from Maine. And then what else did I order? I've got some more MetaZoo here and there. So actually the rest of the MetaZoo might have shown up today. So worst case, we'll do a Cryptid Nation, Nightfall, maybe UFO opening again. But I'm really hoping the Rosetta case opens up. Case 8 would be the name of that game, and a whole bunch of news dropped on the subreddit today. Oops, I didn't want to cover that. Which one is it? Where are we at? Where are we at? What's the best way to show this? Maybe there's not a good way to show it, but moral of the story is, based on the information provided of, let's see, how many boxes was that? 2,600 boxes, right? That's a lot. That's a big chunk. Primo information. That's just from one store's opening, which is wild. I can't even imagine. That's almost like, that is a hair shy of 1 million cards to process. So good on them. I think that's probably a huge team to do all that. But I like that they did keep track of it, and they did this with Mists. So, but all that being said, EV per pack is $3.10. Per box is $74.60. Per case, $298.44. Which low on cases this past week have been about $313, so it's not too far off. It is nice that most of the value, at minimum, I would say about 70% of the value, the EV value, is just from Majestics, which for me is prime opening. The big pulls are big, but That way your case isn't completely dependent on one card. Like the thorn, actually I can't even read scientific notation, but the chances of you getting a thorn are so infinitesimal. It is 1 in 12,480 packs, which ain't happening for most of us. So if you get that, you're truly blessed. But in your EV, that's actually only actually there's no way that's D4 H70. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's only 8 cents. So 8 cents of the pack. But anyways, you've got some sets like Dust to Dawn where almost like all the values in 3 or 4 cards, or ones, or almost all your value. Oh shoot, what? There was one. Let's see, what had Command and Conquer? Dynasty. Dynasty has the extended art, Command and Conquer, and between that, or that's the Fable, and between that and shoot, what's the other big money card? Is it the Emperor? I think it's the Emperor. Oh geez, I think the value combined is like 50 to 60% of a pack, but you only have like a 1 in 12 case chance of pulling those. So if you're not pulling those numbers, your actual EV of what you're getting out of those packs is like 90 cents worth of cards per pack, which is miserable. So that's why a lot of this research, and if you're trying to open packs for money, don't, unless you have enough to buy. I still recommend 8 to 16 as your like minimum, but if you're gonna take, at least it is a gamble. If you're gonna take a gamble on a case, you're more likely to at least break even on a set like Rosetta than you are Dust to Dawn. Dust to Dawn is never gonna happen. Dynasty is never gonna happen. Those types of, actually, you know what, I would say Everfest is close, but not quite there. But anyways, that's just some number stuff that came up today off the subreddit. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. I've noticed a couple different comparisons I kind of want to go over, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So very interesting news on that front. And while we're talking about Rosetta, I did promise I wanted to show off what these look like. Oh yeah, I guess it is in their full binder sleeves. So I just took 2 puzzles for myself. I got a couple more actually in the box, but I got Acilio, Verdance, Flareon, and Aurora. So they look pretty slick. I like them. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep doing things like this. Probably, maybe, well, definitely. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they'll do it in the next one. I don't think I saw it. Oh, actually, they haven't done a collector center yet stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. But I really like this. I'm glad they did it in a set that had 16 cards in the pack, though, so it doesn't feel like as much of like a jip. But the we'll see what they do with Hunted. I'm still gobsmacked that Verdant's feet are selling for $3. I had some poor guy buy one of every puzzle piece except for Verdant's feet. I mean, I think that still cost $10, but he didn't want to spend the $3 on a feat just to complete one puzzle. So God bless on your hunt for that puzzle piece. So What else? Oh, while we're in show and tell mode, so something we talked about previously were these professor. So the professor, from Tolarian Community College, he sold these way back during a Kickstarter. I really thought that it said it was an accordion style, which I wanted because I thought it'd be stiffer out. But honestly, these actually work out really well. But it being two pieces of plastic and foam in the middle for I think $8 or $9 a piece did not sit well with me. So the first thing I did was I tried to recreate them, but in a bunch of different sizes. And I think I talked about it before. I just bought, it's just like a type of furniture foam. It's very sturdy. Ooh, that's a rough. Ooh. Yeah, no, but that's really good. And then what I did is I took some like all-purpose epoxy and put it on and glued it on, and it's pretty good. I mean, I think I could rip it off, but not without destroying the foam too. But not that I want to. And then I use these. But the problem is that, with how narrow they are, it's good for separating and for a bit of squish. And this is fine for the same. And it's honestly, with the flat, it does kind of make it easier to squish up. But sometimes when I have long columns, I don't want to fill the whole thing with foam. I just want like a little block there. So basically what I ended up doing is just not putting these on, cutting them a little thicker, just into like a normal foam block. And then I can set this down like in the middle or right behind, and it'd be plenty enough to support the weight of like a third of or almost a half of a row of cards. Any more than that, you do want at least maybe a second one or the full length ones. But I mean, I think I paid $25 for a giant piece of foam, and then I made sure to get the 3-inch thick. One of the best investments I made for trading, so I highly recommend it. I mean, you can, like I said, you could buy 3 of these for the cost of, I think it was a 2 by 3 foot giant 3-inch thick piece of foam. So you make that decision. But even like I said, you don't even have to get crafty. Honestly, you don't even cut. Look how straight those lines are that I cut. It's just gotta be wide enough, and you get a whole bunch. And I've got tons and tons and tons of boxes, so boy does it help. So there's my one. Those are my 2 things from the show and tell I promised on previous streams. Haven't quite gotten around to, so there we are. Now, the meat and potatoes of the show here. We've got to ban this guy. One sec. Ban. Okay. What cards showed up this week? I don't actually remember completely what all I got. I think play with lights a little bit here. I finally got the diffusers. I finally doubled up the green screen in the back. Making a lot of headway. Investing all of my hard-earned money into this. Not really. It didn't cost that much, but it was cool to do. All right, we've got Encase. We got some more Uprising Ice cards coming. Turn that. Okay. We got a foil Encase. Oh yeah, I want to see how do these come up now with the, well, it still can, even with the diffuser, if I go right in on it, but okay. I just love Frightmares. The idea, there was a art streamer named Juniper Actius, and she did some real Nightmare Fuel horses one time, and ever since then, I just think about them all the time. I like it. And there's a foil Frightmare. Not a great foil. Frost Hex. These have been coming in recently, and then Rewinds have actually dropped quite a bit. So those are on the list. Semblance and Spreading Flames. That was a okay. I was trying to figure out if that was her fingers or a candle, but it looks like it's her fingers. All right, what do we get in this order? Actually, it might have been the same. These might have been the same. Oops. Oh, these are some good team bags. Oh, I get to reuse those. All right, more spreading frames. We got some of those traditional Belgian roll marks. Oh, I think that was just straight up damaged. Gross. Vipox. Poison in the kennel. Good old Arachne. So you can I don't know if you can see the roller marks. Another Vipox. Oh, yeah, it's magic cards. Oh, I think I was filling some gaps. Okay. Yeah. We got Apocalypse, Goblin Legionnaire, Last Caress, Necra Disciple, Shackles. These aren't anything special. They're a lot, literally just to fill in some holes. Because like when I buy bulk, I like to build out the older sets, and there were just a bunch of obvious holes that I was missing and I noticed. So I haven't gotten into any huge buying sprees to fill those. Just because my collection's been kind of taking a back burner with the company. So, I don't know, maybe we'll go over that someday. The one thing I really want to go over, and might be a kick-only stream, is... oh shoot, I totally lost my thought. Oh! Hey there, bucko. Okay. Shoot, sorry, totally lost the train of... a kick-only stream is potentially the Sweet Paprika. I'm big fan of the series. It's one series I've been trying to collect every single variant cover of. I think there's 117 covers over 12 comics, and I'm in the 90s at this point, so... But a lot of those are kind of not safe for work, so that might just be kicks only. All right, we've got, let's see, Prismatic Lens, System Failure. I've got so many system failures. Oh, Foiled Dimension. I really don't know how to say that. Dimensional Vortex. Expendable Limbs, Cyclone Riot, Roundhouse, Gore Belching, still one of my favorite names for any Majestic. I've got quite a few Silverwind Shurikens. Really, I don't know. I really thought or hoped that those would pick up more with this upcoming set, but I mean, we don't know. It might still. So I got some ninja stuff. Wander with Purpose, I just really love the art of. Because I feel like I've seen the same exact stance or walkthrough in like a Cyberpunk series. But it's like, you know, Feudal and Benji, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. I like it. And that's it for Mail Call. As far as cards go. Now, something else came in the mail. There was a quite a long topic and discussed subreddit topic about counterfeit card. Now, hands down, one of the best ways to determine if a card is counterfeit or not is you get one of these little bad boys here. This is in a loop, or this one specifically is an illuminated loop or a jeweler's loop. They're real simple to use. You get up real close. Yeah, you can't. Oh, look. And then you can see all the pixels. Look at all the pixels on my thumb. Look at that. Crazy. We can light it up. Pretty nifty. Look how much information you guys get out of that. Nothing. Zero. Zip. So I thought, obviously, we live in a society. But society that is super lazy. So I have this bad boy. Now this is also a jeweler's loupe, but this is a digital one with a camera that we can see. So we're gonna open it up and we're gonna look at the back. I wish I had some counterfeit cards, because then this would be a much better demonstration than what's currently gonna happen. But until then, so there are some obvious tells for when a card is real. Now, I'm just gonna pull one of these cards right off the stack, so I haven't really looked at it yet. Can I make you bigger? Try, okay. We're gonna try and get this scoped in properly. Oh, look at those crimes. Okay. And then I need to rotate this so that it's looking the right way. Oops. Oh, it's gonna be fun, isn't it? Okay. And specifically, what we're kind of looking for at is near the flesh and blood. Wow. Oh. So we've got the, the card, the flesh and blood symbol there, but if we look, we can see it there, and we're gonna notice that the ink splotches, or like the ink pixels, are well tiny and blended. That's a high quality of a higher, a sign of a higher print. Let me adjust this. We're going straight on the card here. Now, there we go. Okay. So, I mean, you can see the different colors, right? But they're not going to be anything as crazy. Let's see, what does this do? I wish I knew what these buttons did. Oh well. Okay. But we can see the different colors. And something else to look at. And sometimes even just be the rarity symbol. It's kind of a little interesting pattern across the color of it. But you can see also, look at those kind of distinct, the circly dot and the dot, that print style. We'll look for that nowadays. Now what I don't know is if all cards have always looked like this. I'm pretty certain they have. Really the only difference being like an alpha, the bar up top was obviously pink instead of red, which, that's what I should have grabbed. But this was, let's see, what is this? This is a Bright Lights card. So we're gonna take a spin back through time here, and we're gonna look at a couple things, because I want to see what all we can actually check with this. So let's start. Oh, I see. I should have gone red, but This is from Welcome to Wrath. Oh, this is probably, I don't know if it's expensive, but this, as you see at the bottom there, oops, Welcome to Wrath -R, so that means alpha. Welcome to Wrath. Ooh, I didn't do my nails today. Sorry. It is a foil. And what's kind of, I think, is this one full foil? And the topic of a lot of the debate is on the subreddit for that counterfeit card argument has to do with the foiling. Now you can see the foiling on these older cards are just like the colors, the top part there, not the text too much. I mean, there's that line that has a little foiling on it, but nothing across the bottom or any of that has foiling in it. And if that was it, then that would be it, right? But with these early sets, there were a lot of issues with print quality, and sometimes you would get full foil cards in an Arcane Rising. So it is just something you've got to sometimes look out for. Typically, I think outside of Arcane Rising, I don't think it was prevalent as a print quality issue. So I would take more consideration if you see a full foil card like that. But I mean, this has a bit more foiling than I think it's supposed to have. But yeah, but it doesn't bleed down into the bottom. So, but the one main thing I want to look at was the back and the print dots. So let's home in on the TM. Ooh. Wait, which way? So we've got our TM there in the cloud. The dot cycles are pretty much the same. Very tight print dots down in there. You know, all of our lines are pretty clean. And we were talking about, are those the same? Huh. Yeah, I think the older ones are smaller. These are bigger. So, which I think just means that they're higher quality. But I wonder how long it maintained like this. And then I was curious about the foiling, but it looks like you don't get to see too much from that. Foiling's kind of cool. Okay. So, ink print dots, slightly bigger. Okay, let me... Well, I won't put them back in the sleeve yet. All right, so let's go up to Arcane Rising Alpha. I'm kind of curious what... I'm really annoyed that it's backwards. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have it completely upside down. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so this is Arcane Rising. Welcome to Wrath. Arcane Rising. Welcome to Wrath. I think they look tighter. Oh no, they're about the same. About. they do look a little different, but nothing. That could just be Japanese versus Belgium. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe they are all the same. Okay. Oh no. Hair. Okay. So maybe nothing too crazy is gonna come out of this. Maybe think everything is the same. Let's look at we're gonna skip past Crucible and we're gonna head to past Monarch. We're going right to Arcane, I think. Yeah, Tales of Aria. Let's go to Tales of Aria. And this is not only, well, this is the first edition Aria, but let's take a look at if there's any real difference with cold foiling. So, yep, same patterns, but the cold foil actually looks pretty cool. Like, way up closer. Huh. Okay. Well, take a look for, oh, yep. Make sure we got our guy on the back. But you see how tiny these dots are. Now, some of these counterfeit cards have giant, like, dots 10, 15, 20 times the size of these, and then those are so obviously fake. So yeah, just take, if you don't want to spend, you can't really bring this around with you. This was I think it's only like $35. These jeweler loops, the ones you could pop this in your pocket and check out cards, like high money value cards that you're buying. I think those are like $5. It's well worth the $5. This is like the bare minimum of counterfeit checking. There's some other things you can. The rarity stuff, the older rarities, people still screw up all the time. Even people trying to do counterfeits for whatever reason. Interesting. I really like the but anyways, save yourself some hassle, especially if you're investing money into a card. Can't recommend it enough. All right. I guess there's really no point to looking anymore. They do all seem to be consistent. So don't let anyone try and tell you different. And if they do, let me know. We'll bring both cards on here. We'll show everyone. Packing up cards. Okay. I was well hoping to get a little more out of that, huh? Oh, the other thing I bought. Let's turn you off. Boop. I haven't gotten to play with this yet, but this is a grading guide. You'll see a bunch of different ones online. Some of them are really thin. This one's not too bad. I think there's supposed to be, let me double check. I thought there's supposed to be plastic on these, but this one doesn't seem to have it. I have a feeling this isn't a brand new one. Oh well. Alright, so let's look at Come to Fight. There's no way you're going to be able to see that. But it just goes down over your card. Let's see. The inside border on this is 4. The inside's on this. That's a pretty lined up card, actually. That's all right. This I bought in a pack with the loop. Right on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description after. Actually, I'll put a link in the description for all this stuff. But it's very cheap. I mean, a little bit of money goes a long way in protecting your investments. Where are we at? Sorry. Okay, so failure goes up there. That goes there. Oh, shoot. Well, actually, the one other thing I wanted to look at is what would a graded? I was curious how well this would do with a graded card, because I think there's been enough cards snuck through grading services at this point that oh, come on. We good? Okay. That it probably wouldn't hurt to give it a little looky-loo. I was curious how well, I guess we're gonna, oh yeah, we will have to adjust. Oh, well. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, the light can get a little flary there, but yeah, I mean, you can see the print dots. I'm really surprised with how small they are that you're able to see it through. I mean, this is your standard PSA Kano. Ah, look at that smile. Oh, he looks so mad. Why is he so mad? Oh well. But yeah, I mean the design, the pixels, consistent and tiny. Wait, is there anything do I have printed here just from straight garbage? Or let me see. See what? Let's do a quick comparison here. Boom. Oh, actually, you can see way more of the design. Interesting. This is not a Flesh and Blood card. This is a Magic the Gathering card. Flesh and Blood. Those dots. It's about the same type of patterning. Almost. Yeah, it definitely is. I bet you these are both from Belgium. But I wanted to find something not from a card, so I could show you. Why didn't I think about this earlier? Listening? No, these are all pretty small too. Well, maybe some counterfeiters is really bad. I mean, all the counterfeit ones I've seen are like huge, ridiculous like color patterns, but that poster. Oh, let's see. Okay. This is a weirder one. These are the kind of things you're looking for. This is like a lower quality printer. You see just how big everything is. And then, you know, you go from that to something like that. Much cleaner. Blah. So, yeah, so look for weird different things. All right, that's it. That's all I wanted. So that's cool. And one last thing before we call it a night. Let me see. Can I use it all the way? Okay. There. Now, I have... Oops. Oh, I forgot to turn off the loop. Sorry. My main man. Oh, obviously my biggest inspiration for collecting all these cards. My main man. Mitt Romney. No, I'm just kidding. What are these cards? Oh, these are all my promo. Okay, so these are all... So when I talked about the vault, right? This is most of the vault. These are all my Majestics. Just the Majestics. The cold foils are separate. Per set, you can see obviously I've got a couple Everfest here. And this is just what I don't have in binders currently. Most of the stuff prior to about 3 months ago are still in binders. This is everything I've accrued in like the last few months. Except I think the promos I've consolidated down here. But let's see, what do we have? Back here I think I just have random foils that I liked. And here we have the precursor to Mitt Romney, Life of the Party. Let's see. Let's pull these out. So these Life of the Parties have slowly and surely grown over the past few months. Guess I can put this. Where do I put this? Totally inappropriate place for them. Now I have... Ooh. We're gonna put you there. This is the red one. Yeah. I've got binders full of women. Now here we've got all the red promo Life of the Parties. And I need to update this binder. Red is historically always the most expensive. These are real hard to get for under $1 whenever I'm doing my buys. So as you can tell, I obviously have not that many of them. Comparison to the others. Let me actually pull up my exact count on that. Firefox. All right, we're gonna go to my collector page. On. Okay, so my counts currently. Oh my gosh, why are you not logged into the right app? Oh, we're crying out loud. Well, this is frustrating. Sorry. Oh. I'm trying to make it. Well, I guess I can't show you guys the exact numbers at this point. I gotta get that account and stuff set up on my streaming one. But so red life of the party right here, 301. Yellow, I've got 406. Blue, I have 420. Now, I did the maths of, so 11 of each color was released with the Armory event. And at the time of the release of this with Everfest, I think there's only like 23. I have the exact numbers written down somewhere. I really should have prepared more and pulled those up. But the long and short of it is I have 1.5% of all Life of the Party promos at this point in time, constantly and always looking to grow. So I'm gonna binder up some of these. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna kind of guess. I always get these. I really like these Ultra Pro Platinum Series 9 pockets. They're more expensive, but they're so thick and sturdy, and it's just my go-to ever since I got more serious into the binder game. Of course, this is, I think, just a 3-inch D-ring binder. Now I've got I didn't pre-sort these. But luckily, the nature of the collecting, they kind of, well, let's jinx myself. Let's say they're typically pretty sorted. I'm gonna pull out all my reds. Okay, let's roll yeller. And if any of you friends at home have a promo, Life of the Party, and you want it sold, I'll give you 50 cents for it. And an envelope to mail it. Well, I'll give you money for shipping. You can mail it, but I'm always looking for more at a reasonable price. I think there's a bunch up right now at 90 cents. So that just means I bought too much too fast. I've been like slow rolling this over the last couple years just so that I can keep the prices down at like 20-30 cents, because realistically, with the current market for promos as it is, that's about what it's worth. These are all blues. Easy sort. All right, sorry, just a couple more piles here. More reds. Good. This is all the money. This is all the money in this. Man, if these cards, I don't know. You know what? Even if this is one of those things I've always thought about, where it's like these, I've got a couple ridiculous collections like this, and I'm like, if the cards ever for whatever reason popped off, would I sell them? And I'm not sure if I would. maybe depends on how many financial straits I'm in at the time, because I could see some justification, but I don't know. I like having an interesting collection of sorts. Okay. Lots of yellers. I think there was one of my last orders, one of my first mail calls actually. I think it was 40 of each color from a single seller. That's what I think I'm going through right now. Yep. Okay. So let's just get binder in. This is what I live for. You know, I get a long, aggravating day at work. I just like to get in here. I'll sleeve up all my girls. Get the binders out and just zen out. Fill the pockets. This is what got me back into it all. Just hanging out, relaxing. I should have some tunes. I gotta figure out how to split the audio so it's not on the VODs, so that we can listen to tunes. But I have some plans for editing, and music makes that nigh impossible. So I've got to figure out, I either have to just not have background music, or I'm not gonna get videos, and I think I need some videos. Not need, but who doesn't want some sweet swaggy shorts out there? Ugh. Need to build up the interactions, get people to the store over at cardboardkings.shop, as you can see in the upper left hand corner. That is the website if you want to hit the TCG stores, or you want to sell me your bulk. The holiday seasons are approaching. Cyber Monday and Black Friday coming up in a couple weekends. Liquidate your bulk. Sell it to me. I've got some of the best rates currently across the market. I did just recheck those all against. I usually go against the top 10 other bulk buyers sites that I am aware of, because there's places I consolidate all those pricing. I made sure that I tied or beat in almost everything. So just tell me it all. You don't have to go around and piece it out. I will buy some collections, not buying Pokemon at the moment, but I'll go for 6% of TCG low for higher price singles in Flesh and Blood, Magic the Gathering, actually Vintage Magic the Gathering, or I could probably try Yu-Gi-Oh! Even. Yu-Gi-Oh's not doing anything too crazy right now. Haven't heard too much about One Piece. I think the One Piece boxes finally fell out, so I need to see where those are at and how that player base is doing. I've also been looking more into Lorcana. There's been a lot of complaints this whole past year about print quality issues, how the quality actually just seems to be getting worse set to set, and I think it's causing some disgruntlement in the Lorcana fan base. I still, as a collectible, it's just not worth collecting, right? Any set that's printed until they can't sell anymore, and there's no reprint policies, you can't tell what's first edition, you can't tell what's unlimited. There's just no long-term money in a system like that, which it really wasn't their point. They are a strictly game pieces thing. People are trying to make some money off of the crazy pulls you can get, but that is about as collector as it gets. I think competitive like price range for some of those decks are like $50-$60. So you don't ever really need the money cards in Lorcana. They are purely for aesthetics, which is kind of nice. I know some people, I mean, if it, in a meta like that, I wouldn't even be that hard or upset if they just sold fancy foils like microtransactions like they do in video games. Like, give them the skins, let them pay $1,000 straight to Disney. If it doesn't affect play at all, or the average price of the deck. Oh, I'm hitting that mic. Okay. Red ladies finished. Let's move to the next ladies. Oh, let's see. And again, another, it's just a 3-inch binder. This was the very first one. I had to split out from the first one to the 3 of these. Let me lock you in. What color we got? Blue. Wow, this is my old checklist. I used to keep them tabulated here. Little tallies, and then for like all the promos and everything like that. And I've got a lot of these little checklists where I was like counting and keeping track of what I got. But I'm all digital now. But I still find those every once in a while floating around. All right, we got blue ladies. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. Blue ladies. That's so many. Okay. I mean, just from looking at it, that looks like 420, right? Oh, this D. Ooh, come on. The teeth on this top one. Gosh, this is why I like those thinner archival ones. I don't have these issues. Come on. Okay, we got you. We still shoot. Oh, fighting binders. I still missed one. Missed 2. Okay, whatever. All right, blue. Oh, and more sleeves. Probably like. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this one pans out. This one we might need to. Well, this is the one I was most concerned about having to upgrade. This is our blue is what I have the most of. Oh, come on. Wish there, I gotta figure out, there's gotta be an easy way to fix that. Or I'm just gonna have to replace that one. Or replace this whole binder here pretty quick. Okay, we got more blue ladies. All right. So, and people who just tuned in, a reminder that the Thursday stream will probably be at 7:30, not 7, depending on how work goes. I work late that night, later than I normally do, a couple hours, so. And if you want to know about all streams, I have a streaming schedule. I post it on all the socials. See in the upper left on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you want to get in touch, you have some questions about selling a TCG player, questions for the podcast, riled up every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. any questions you want us to answer there, or you can hit us up in the comment sections of the video. I do not many updates that aren't related to stream schedule, so I won't spam you. I want, just, you know, if you want to know when the streams are, there's where to do it. I think YouTube, if you follow and subscribe, like, notify, all that, I pre-make all the rooms, the live rooms, so you can actually see everything that's currently scheduled that way as well. I think there's actually a way you can integrate streamers' stream schedules like that onto your calendar, if you're into like Google Calendar. Some people are really into that. I haven't done that because no one I watch is responsible enough. So I mean, that's really right. That's the downfall of all systems like that, is most streamers just can't be arsed to do it. something they've got to get, maybe dump off to a mod or something. Lots of the blue ladies. So I think actually right now, for whatever reason, I don't think there's any meta reason for it. I think it's probably just I completely destroy the ecosystem every once in a while reasons. But I think the blues actually surpassed the reds for the first time that I'd ever seen. But again, I'm not sure that's just because I've bought every blue that was lower at the time. It's one of those things I've got to, I'm always watching out for. Especially, you know, when we're speculating on cards and be like, holy crap, someone bought 37 of this card. And then I'll be like, oh wait, that was me. I bought 37 of that card like a week ago. Whoops. I used to miss, I would definitely impact whole EVs. Back when Kitchen Top Gaming, Louis, down there in West Virginia, he would do like really big breakdowns of EV, you know, how sales data and everything is going. And the number of times that I personally grossly affected an EV for a set is always funny to me. I think that's one of the downfalls of having only your pricing through, and as transparent as something like TCG Player. I mean, the data is just so useful now, and I now just want that on every site, because I would like to see consolidation of like Card Trader, Card Kingdom, Card Market, TCG Player, eBay even. Over on TCG Bulk King, his YouTube channel recently, he was talking about how better to use the actual data that TCG Player is showing you. One of the more important things is like click-through rates, or like sales, right? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna totally blank on the proper term, but the gist is, you know, of the number being listed, what are the rate that they're selling? That's something you can now determine, and people use that when they're trying to like find stuff to sell on eBay. So it's cool that that's all out there in the open, though I'm really waiting for someone to design a web tool who already has like an API key to automate a lot of that. Maybe that's something I could reach out to the Fabstocks guy about. There's behind the scenes, like on the seller side of things, we get a spreadsheet every couple weeks of high demand items, which sort of goes off of that, right? So the number you're looking for is, I think, the number sold compared to number listed. So you want to find something that's listed at like a 2 rating, which means that like 2 of them are currently selling for every one that's going up, which means, you know, demand is very high for a certain item. And I don't know. I don't know if that's really worth. My thing is always just like, I see a need towards a set, I'll list just that whole set. Like I'm not picking through, because at the point where you're picking through for specific cards in like a box 5,000 and you've already mostly sorted that box to get to those cards, then like might as well put all 5,000 up. But the shoot, what was I getting at before that? Man, my donkey brain tonight. I think it's just allergies. I'm so congested. My head is full of gunk. Shoot, what was I gonna say about the click-through rate? Do you want to know? I don't know. Totally blanked on it. I tangented too hard. The tangent lines have been crossed. All right. Oh, sorry. We're almost done with this. The blue binder. I think, okay, I was a little worried that this would totally max out this binder, but I think we're good for at least another... well, I don't know, maybe not. Let's see. How do we look? Well, I guess that's mostly full. Maybe I wouldn't put that many more. Maybe 500? 500 is maybe the limit for a 3-inch. A single thickness, but... Blue! That's a lot. That is a lot of ladies. That's so many cards. Oh, geez. I kind of just like ruffle. Beautiful. I like that at some point, 40, 50 years down the line, I'm giving myself, I'm going to be dead. Someone's going to have to come out and assess the value of 2% of the world's life of the parties. Ooh. No, I'll get more than 2%. I'd love to have 5%, but I thought 1% was just an unattainable goal. And by golly, I obtained that goal so fast. And almost under a year. I guess maybe the first percent is probably a little easy to do. But yellows, not even full yet. But we're getting there. How's this binder? This is a single. I believe this is one I bought when I was up in Michigan at a... gosh, I don't know how you... Mayors? M-E-A, or M-E-I-J, whatever, E-R. Oh yeah, this is an Avery one. We should have most of the pages. We might even not need to add more to this one. But it's a little different inside. The other one was like a double sleeve. Not that it actually matters for the sake of it, but man, this held up. Maybe I think this one's a name brand Avery, and those other ones weren't, which is why I think the D rings don't hold up as well. I've had some good luck with the Avery 3-ring binders. Like I said, typically I'm buying the archival cases, which I've shown in the past. Okay. So, any questions from the chat? Anything you want to look at next week? We've already talked about the cards that are coming. Actually, no, we didn't talk about all the cards. Did we? No, Case of Rosetta, Sorcery, Arthurian Legends. Not a whole case, just a box. I'm not investing heavily in Sorcery, but I got a couple of those loose cards, the singles, and I really like those. And I was looking at the value of Sorcery cards and the sheer number of $100 plus cards in that set. Like, I think when I was looking, there's like 35, 40 cards over $100. I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure what the odds are for every one of those. But good enough. That's a large number of cards. Which I'm so surprised. Rosetta's sitting still at 12 cards over $100, which is phenomenal. There's honestly so much analysis to do about that box opening data and the value. So I'm gonna try. I don't know what I'll do. I'll find some way to present that data. That's not just me geeking out over like, oh my gosh, look at this percentile. Maybe like a slideshow. Everyone loves a slideshow. Oh, and Foundations. Magic Foundations is the last one. And then I think all the MetaZoo I ordered showed up. I might get a box of Seance as well. I don't know. The MetaZoo opening streams just pop off so phenomenally. There's been a lot of like positive news about the game recently. Not that these old cards will be used, but people get really hyped up. And I think more than anything, people are just being predatory. Almost. A lot of some of the, I don't want to say a lot, some of the people I've talked to, because I'm like, I don't understand why this huge resurgence in like box prices, despite the fact that it was announced that the old cards would not be used. Box prices did not go down. Box prices started going up. So I think people are really hoping, because it is a tried and true IP. The IP was never the problem. It's always management. So people are really hoping, you know, Mr. Garfield's popping in here, making another banger of a game out of an IP that's already beloved. You know, at one point it was optioned for a TV show. So, and I mean, so many huge streamers were involved, content creators. So, you know, it does have a chance, but I don't know how that's going to affect the cards from sets that aren't playable. We're in for something brand new, and I think a lot of people are taking a lot of gambles on some of this old sealed. Maybe I should have kept some of the sealed. I don't know. I think it's going to be more that people just buy the old cryptids that they resonate with, that they like the most. And that's kind of where pricing will just land. I mean, like, I opened, what, Wilderness up last time. Pulled the second biggest hit in the set, Bigfoot, with the foil, full foil. And I think it's still valued at like $3.50. So those ones aren't going to be worth as much. But some of those promos, those holiday specials, Some of the content creator promos are still completely holding up, if not, I don't know if I'd use the word skyrocketing, but they're definitely and most certainly on the rise. So we'll see if they get burned or not. I was thinking, if you could just spend a couple $100 maybe, pick up some cases of boxes, you could potentially, but it is just a gamble. It is 100% a gamble. I don't even think if you knew Richard Garfield personally and they had full insight into the game, if you could even determine how the secondary market will handle all of those old cards. But, all right. Yellow Ladies done. So let's do a flip through of 406 yellow Life of the Party promos. Fantastic. Yeah. Actually, is this 2.5? Not 3? Maybe. Oh, here's... a seller's most useful tool, the T-square. 2.5. No, wait. The spine is 2.5. Okay. So, not 3-inch. But down there might stretch out to 3. Yeah, maybe 400 is only enough, but that's it. That's 3 near full binders. Let's see. Someone's 2.5. Are these all the same? No, they're not. No, this is a different completely. Okay. So this one is 3.5-inch. So the 3.5-inch one can hold 500. I think 400 was maybe the limit for these. Actually, that makes me have to think like 550. But that's it. Oh, look at those. That is the binders full of women. Life of the Party promo, 1.5% of all printed of them. One beautiful little picture. And on that note, we're ending. I don't have much else to show. Like I said, mail call will be coming up. Hit the socials, hit the website, like, comment, and subscribe if you like this sort of content. We will be doing more. I'll be doing an opening at 7:30, likely. Maybe 8 at the absolute worst. It'll be like 7:30. Opening whatever has shown up. On Thursday, and then Friday, riled up with Andrew. We've got 2 weeks worth of content to go over. Lots and lots to talk about. Worlds, ban restricted, new James White interview. I don't even think we might have time for a game. I've got a game lined up. Who knows if we're gonna have time for it, honestly, with so much stuff happening this week. But until then, I'll see you Thursday, and thanks for watching.